What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Abdul Cool Tafel Attack. Wabazong, I'm a Farragoon, Shilal Kaloom. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. And I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. And I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All is, I do. Istunje, Ilaku. We honor and respect the masters that came before us and strive to follow in their example. Honesty to myself and others at all times. Humility in thoughts, words, and deeds of those above and beneath me. Patience. I'll put the needs of others before that of my own. Sincerity. I will fear only my lack of sincerity. Woo, this one's going to be a good one right here. Can I get y'all to type body count? I mean, y'all know what body count is. And also, can I get you to press 2 if you can share this video for me? Because I really should have called this, I should have said this one has a lot to do with the glitch in the matrix, right? And I, for one, believe that there's so many people like leaving the church, but they don't leave church ways, or they don't leave Christianity fully because they think, oh, I got to get to heaven. And they have just changed the definition or change the place of heaven, right? And if you want to chime in on this one, please just press 5 and raise your hand, and then or send me an invite, because I want to have a conversation with some brothers and some sisters tonight about this very topic. Can your number of sexual partners help or hurt you when it comes to your spiritual path? And the way I had it worded earlier was, can your body count stop you from getting into heaven? But you're going to have so many people that's going to come out and say, heaven, I don't believe in Christianity no more. Oh, I am spiritual. I am loving light. But you still carrying something that you got from the church. So there's a book called it's called Sex Before Dawn, right? And it talks about how women used to have such sexual liberation, and that when they had a child, they didn't have a word for father. They called all the men in the village uncle. That means she didn't know who was the father of the child, but all of the men accepted the child as their responsibility in the village. Now I know somebody's saying, well, that was before there were so many diseases, and that was before, and so many excuses that people would just, want to say, why we can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore. No. But, and we're not building pyramids anymore either, but there was a time. So I'm just going to reminisce and just talk about it just a little bit for a second, all right? So, and if you don't agree, that's okay. Just listen and press 2 if you're going to share this video. Have you been in a conversation where you could tell, or were you even raised? What up, Bass? I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Were you even raised that? This one, I guess I would have to say about women. But, men were kind of raised like, if I'm having a lot of sex, I'm a stud. And women, if I'm having a lot of sex with a lot of different people, I'm a hoe. But did you ever think past either one of those? Do you think when you get out of this body and get wherever you're going, and you're going to be judged or asked, that the first question they're going to ask you is, how many people did you have sex with? And since you had sex with So many people, we can't let you into heaven. You don't get to come through here because up here, we count the number of people that you have sex with determines what kind of person you are on the inside. Do you know what kind of like ridiculous craziness that is right there? That you would think that how many people you had sex with is going to determine where you going to end up at. You feel what I'm saying? Because you carry that in your mind as a doubt, and you won't go anywhere but keep reincarnating when you doubt. It doesn't matter what it is, right? So let's just say, for instance, you have a low body count, man or woman, and you get to heaven and say, hey, I only had sex with 4 people while I was on earth, and I was married to one of them for 30 years. I know I get to get into heaven, or I get to go to the next realm, or I get to turn into a body of light and go elsewhere. And what if they say, no, you was only supposed to be with that dude that you was married to for 34 years. You was only supposed to have sex with him twice. And then there was these other 4 guys that were going to help spiritually evolve you. They were going to, y'all were going to go through some things, but they were going to give you the tools to help you grow spiritually. But while you were down there, you didn't do that because you wanted to play it safe. And you basically was like, yo, I am worried about what Richard Bullitt is going to say about me, or Brother Shalom is going to say about me. I'm worried about what they're going to say about me, because they could judge me on earth, and how they judge me on earth could determine where I grow spiritually and end up after I die. So I can't do that. And then they say, go on back to earth. And then while you are going back to earth, you see somebody going into heaven, getting wings on their back, and they slept with everybody that they had a chance to sleep with. Not everybody who wanted to sleep with them. There's a difference. But everybody they had a chance to sleep with and have had sex with, or they were a porn star. A porn star is on their way to heaven, and they getting fitted for wings and whatnot. And they're getting congratulated. And the trumpets, they're saying, welcome. Monica, I don't know why you laughing. That's my brother Gershom Shalom. He's on here. Gershom, can you please press 1 so the sister can see I'm talking to you? His name is Brother Shalom. Right. So how would you feel? You go back to earth because that's where they told you to go. You go back to earth because you haven't graduated. The same way that you came to earth in the first place. You talking about the earth sucks. You're here on earth because you don't deserve to go anyplace else yet. You haven't passed all your tests. So guess what? You stuck here with us. Right. And earth ain't terrible. It's just full of suffering till you figure it out. It ain't terrible. You can have sex down here. You can make money down here. Excuse me. You can eat the foods that you want down here. And you can grow spiritually any way you want down here. But the glitch in the matrix got you jacked up. Because you sit there and think that body count matters. How many of you ladies on here, be truthful right now, say body count matters? And if you don't know what body count is, that's the number of people that you've had sex with. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you grade body count with yourself? Just 10, oh, it's very, very important. And 1 is not. And 10 meaning I attach it to my value. Because if I've had sex with a lot of people, then my value must be low. And if I've had sex with only a couple people, then my value must be really high because I'm a stand-up person. I'm just asking. And if any one of you ladies would like to come on here and talk about this, or brothers, whoever want to talk about this, press 5. I want to bring you on and have a little small midnight conversation about this. You say you love it, but you ain't putting no number up. Right. Because you came down to planet Earth to grow. So how you going to grow without interacting with other human beings? You not. Because you carry the fear of disease, of being shamed. You carry the fear of what your mother may think of you. How can you carry the fear of what somebody may think of you? How is it that what I think of you can change you on your spiritual path? What can my thoughts of you? I'm gonna use my brother Blondell for an example. I can think the highest thoughts of my brother Blondell and wish everything upon him that I could wish that he get and grow and win the lottery and have a wonderful life and transform into a beam of light and all of that. But if he don't do the work himself, he don't get none of what my thoughts are. My thoughts can't influence what he's doing in his life. Disease is number one. Do you even know where diseases come from? Why? How did disease become number one in your mind or anybody else's mind? Who else says disease is number one that keeps your body count low? Miss Leslie said disease is her biggest concern. Because what? Are you concerned that you'll be sick, or you'll be concerned that somebody will shame you for having a disease? Which is it? Because you know, people who get AIDS, they really get ridiculed. They could be born with AIDS. They could have had a dirty needle. They could have came from a blood transfusion. So which is it? Are you afraid of the actual effects of the disease itself? And if you had the disease, would you not care about what people thought about you? Or are you afraid of what people would say about you if you had the disease? Huh? But it's an interesting. Who wants to come on here and talk about it? Why do you care so much? Why do you care so much? And if you know it's programming, why can't you program yourself differently? Have you ever heard of being sexually frustrated? And then you say, well, I'm sexually frustrated because I'm afraid of disease. I can't have sex with him or her because of diseases. So I'm just asking, who can your body count help or hurt you on your spiritual path? Like right now, a lot of you all think, and thank you if you just got here, please press 2 if you shared the video. Right, some people need to hear this message. I'm getting straight to the point tonight. I would love to keep this video up under 20 minutes. It could be a record. When I get to 19 minutes, somebody tell me. So, what do you think? What do you think? The fear comes from the opinions of others. What about Atlanta, though? See, everyone is always believing the hype, always swallowing the propaganda, especially black women. Black women are the number one propaganda eaters. That's what y'all eat the most. Y'all eat propaganda. Y'all don't fact check. That's y'all's number one diet. All vegetarian and carnivore black women, the number one thing you all consume is unchecked propaganda. But then turn around and say, you know what? I'm a queen. I'm a goddess. I'm spiritual. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Reese Cup, how you doing? Thanks everybody for sharing the video. I'm just getting in your head to get you to think. I ain't trying to change you. Yeah, the propaganda eaters. That's what the sisters do. Trump, you eat that up. I think when you know better, you do better. Yeah, but when you don't even think, then you can't know better, so you can't do better. If you eating propaganda all the time and that's your main diet, that's why I said a lot of people left the church, but they kept Jesus. They left the church and kept the church ways. They took heaven and redefined it. They took the fear of the devil and redefined it. Because that's where they gave you disease and division and all of that at, was in your religious place. If you are such a God, and then you understand what is the root cause of disease. What's the root cause of disease? Once you find the root cause of disease, then you can see the root cure of disease. And I like to go back to the law of attraction. Because if I can get fear planted in you and disease minded, the fear of disease in your mind, and let the fear of disease come out your mouth, then you're going to attract fear. Then you're going to attract disease. Yeah. And then if you don't, when you have a fearless mind, you attract fearlessness. When you have a quality mind, you attract quality. But don't believe me, go check it out. But here's the craziest part. Nobody's willing to try it. The minority, only the minority, the majority are not willing to try it. Team Pisces, Raleigh, North Carolina, what you doing? It's a stairway to heaven or enlightenment and transfer of knowledge. They are using your gears to keep you back. Right. Guilt is the root cause. So then the answer must be innocence then. If guilt is the root cause, then why can't I be innocent? Why can't I say I'm not guilty? Claire, you want to come on and talk about this? And Claire, you married too. I need somebody single who wants to come on here, who uses body count to say, I can't have sex with this person, but I'm going to be sexually frustrated because I can't do that because I might get a disease. I can't just have sex with just anybody. Why do people take things? But like, are you holding on to that to be like, think about it though. When you get to heaven, when you get wherever you're going to be, I'd say that when you leave this body, your soul is going to be judged somewhere. Are they going to ask, how many of you think they're going to ask you about your body count when your life expires, wherever you're going? Press 1 if you do believe that they're going to ask you about your body count, and press 0 if you don't believe that they're not going to ask you about your body count. I said, Miss Foster, you are apt. She said, my enlightenment came when I stopped giving a F about what people thought. Wow. Oh, your grandma was a sex therapist? Oh, okay, Claire, you want to come through here? Come on in. Hit the button. Are you on your, but you have to be on your cell phone. If you're on your cell phone, press 5 if you want to come on here. Okay, gonna be fine. Not anybody. Attractive is in some way. I see a bunch of zeros on here. But that's like when you had time to think about it and process it. But is that deep down in your programming? Is that deep down in your consciousness? Do you really, really, really believe? So if that's the case, then, if that's the case, is something holding you up from having sex? Because man, listen, this conversation is coming from so many people that women who are claiming they're sexually frustrated. They haven't had sex in years or longer than they would want. And they just There's no good men around. Why is there no good men? How is it that with all the people, you just are in a place where it's impossible for you to have sex? And then you come up and say, I just can't have sex with anybody. I do agree. I 1000% agree with you. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Most of y'all like, oh, he's just getting pussy out the wazoo. It's so many women in Atlanta. It is so many women in Atlanta. But my dick got integrity. Let me clear that up for a lot of people. There's men out here now that have what we call DI, dick integrity. And I don't want everything that's in Atlanta. Just because it's a lot out here don't mean it's a lot for me. Now, I know some people, I know some sisters who in a town where there's like not a lot of brothers, and they're like, hey, I want to be with some brothers. So since there's not a lot of brothers and I can't do nothing. Well, this is a town full of sisters. Full of sisters. But guess what? That don't mean I want all of them. I don't want 15 or 20 of them. Now, 1 or 2 or 3, okay. But I got to be responsible. Not just for my own health, but when I'm interacting with somebody, then what? They're going to be like, oh, it's going to be what comes along with the person. Because if you start having sex with me, you got to deal with what also comes along with me. I try to bring as many advantages as I can to the table that are good for you. But I'm looking for a woman who's bringing something good to the table. But women whine and complain so much. And they got so much doubt and anxiety and propaganda here in Atlanta. Man, they look good though. Boy, the women in the A is fine. I was in the coffee shop today, and I was just like, good God, she bad. But then I started thinking like, boy, that's just on the outside. What's in her head? Does she know how to talk to a man? Is she psycho? Like, I ain't with all of that. But people start assuming. They just start assuming. Oh my goodness. Hey Denise, how you doing? Riddick says Riddick says, I like sex a lot. Now I'm just more conscious of who I'm having sex with and how I'm spending that energy and the type of energy I'm intertwining with. Let me put this out here too, okay? Because you have sex with somebody one time does not mean your souls are joined. Your sexual energy is not joined with someone because you had sex with them one time. 6 months. 6 months forms a 3-year cord of spiritual, emotional, and mental. Okay? So for every 6 months you have sex with somebody, not one time or not 6 times, but 6 months it takes for you to have sex with someone in order to form that cord. And then that cord, if you were to stop at 6 months, would take 3 years to dissolve by itself. It's okay. Right. So if you was having sex with somebody for 3 months, y'all not tied together forever and ever and ever. Okay? Please. And then the propaganda. When I sleep with someone, I'm sleeping with everyone that they've ever slept with. Boy, it's ridiculous out here. Brother Shalom Gershom said, people tend to think in extremes. 1 and 0 depends on what the motivation of the heart was at the time. Some people have sex with destructive intent. Some have sex because they authentically want to connect and give life. The definition for sex is what, Brother Gershom? Anybody on here, what's the definition of sex? Let's get to that too. Whoever that was that had the hand raised, please press it back. I'm going to bring you back on here. If I ask 5 people what the definition of water is, the formula, I'm going to get one answer. I'm going to ask 5 people. Everybody's going to say one thing, H2O. If you ask somebody what is sex for, if you ask 5 people, you're going to get 30 answers. 30. A man controls their emotions and doesn't let their emotions control them. Talking about Lord Ganesha and the rat. He's talking about Lord Ganesha and the rat. Don't let the rat take you for a ride. Responsible and respectful of their place. Women can too. This is your concern. What do you mean, Miss Pentacles, Empress Pentacles? I recently ended a 19 relationship I'm having, and I'm having to decide how to approach sex now. You need a coach. Because you've been out the game. That's like you've been in prison for 19 years. You was with one person for 19 years? Wee. Were y'all married? Because you said a relationship. Did y'all get married? Y'all spent 19 years together? Kaya, have you already discussed the benefits of males having multiple partners? I'm trying to get to women having multiple partners first. I started off talking about the advantage of women having multiple partners. Why would I get to, no, I haven't got there yet. Would you like to come on and have that conversation? Not all men control their emotions. Some are taught to bury them, and then they learn the wrong behaviors. Yes, absolutely. Scared energy exchange. Oh, that's terrible. 3 years. Yes, Liz. I've been carrying around imaginary scissors and cut that ish when I feel the cord of my ex. Yes, healing and manifesting. Thank you, Empress Pentacles. Sex is for creating, healing, and manifesting. It's not a sacred energy exchange. That is not it, Miss Leslie. And we're glad that some of you got the wrong answers down here. Yes, sex is not for sacred energy exchange. There we go. Where'd you get that from? That's the glitch in the matrix. That's the algorithm that they uploaded to keep you in fear. Because you're the one saying fear, that disease was your number one concern during sex. Not healing, not manifesting, and not pleasure. You trying to tell me you picking sex, you're not, pleasure's not in your top 5 things when you looking at somebody? Whew, my goodness. Sex is life force, energy to create. No, healing and manifesting. 2 things. Can everybody just type? Can everybody flood the timeline? Healing and manifesting. Healing is not for procreation. You can manifest a house. Every time you have sex, jokers I ain't got no kids. I've had plenty of sex. Duh. So sex is not for procreation. On the contrary, my brother, once the fluids are mixed, you take on each other's energy. Not forever. Brother Blondell, I'm not buying one bit that my sexual fluids mix with somebody one time that I'm joined with that person's soul forever. Nah. Yeah, our energies are mixed in the moment. Absolutely. But to say always and forever, no. No, 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 no. I ain't buying it. And that is why the people not fact-checking. People not fact-checking. They just taking it because it suits them, because people want to be so romantic. Yeah, when we together, we mixing energies. But the story out here in the streets, the propaganda in the streets is that energy mix is permanent. No. We are mixing energies when we having sex. We swapping saliva, swapping spit, swapping juices, but our souls ain't linked forever. Healing and manifesting. That's what it's for. So it goes back to my original question. Why do jokers get caught up in the body count? And then you talking about you want to do sex magic, but then you worrying about where this person has been. Now, listen, ho. Let me start over. Don't go out here and just start dipping and dabbing in everything. Coach Kai, you don't. I don't want everything. I see some stuff that when I see it, I want it right away. Ooh, I'll shoot my shot too. I'll be like, what's up, sexy? How you doing? You looking sweet. I told somebody that you looking sweet today. She ain't even give me no time of day. I didn't go back over there and follow up either. Because you can't touch everything, okay? But everything ain't scary either. Nothing is scary to me because of what I walk. I'm only going to attract some good vibration stuff. Now, I've attracted some crazy. Guess what I said? That's my reflection. Obviously, you slipped through. And it's okay. Guess what? I dealt with it. I dealt with it when some crazy slipped through. And I was just like, hey, we just move on. Some of y'all want everything to be so damn perfect. You want everything to be so tight and right. You can't make no mistakes. You just got to be perfect. You can't go with the flow. And you live in the past so much. Woo! Hold on, let me back up some. I'm missing some comments. My bad. We don't communicate the same. For me, creating is manifesting. No, creating is something coming out of nothing. Like just coming out of nothing. Manifesting, that's what I'm saying. The words aren't spelled the same. You know what I mean? So I mean, what word are we going to use for making something out of nothing? Manifesting? Well, manifesting is alchemy. When I put things together and form them, and then I got something that wasn't there, or now it's a combination of this. Water is a manifestation. Water is a manifestation. You don't create water. Water is a manifestation of hydrogen and oxygen. Dun, dun, dun. Souls connect every day. Not for no soul. Souls don't connect every day. What do you mean souls connect every day? You ain't had the right poom poom yet, because this poom is forever. Kandaka said, if the poom poom is forever, then we was already together. We was together forever before I even got to poom poom and before you got to D. Sex has the ability to heal. The Tao of Love and Sex by Stephen Chang. Yes, but everybody's missing that point. But you know it feels so good. Yeah. You're welcome about the 6 months. Body count, another manifestation of insecurity. Yes. You always meet your reflection. Pause. There's 3 reflections. Everybody type 3 reflections. Hold it. That's why I go through the comments, because somebody be like, oh, you just agreed with that. No, there's 3 reflections. Past, present, and potential. Past, present, and potential. If you don't study astrology and I meet you, you my reflection. You're my past reflection. Because there used to be a point where I used to look just like you and didn't know nothing about astrology. I'm your potential reflection. Because if you put the work in and practice, you could potentially be where I'm at in astrology. Then there's the present. When I meet somebody else who does Tai Chi and they do the same form as I do, they came to the same classes I came to, they feel the same way about certain issues, then I meet my present reflection. So there's not just one reflection. Please cut that out. Please, 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 please cut that out. What do you mean the extreme impasse? Hold on, I got to back up. I'm not the one to say body count matters. I've grown and I've learned how to be more selective. Yeah, but you can still have a high body count. Who cares if you got a high body count or a low body count? Who cares? Who cares? I want satisfaction and pleasure. I ain't out here for body count. I ain't out here for numbers no more. Was I ever out here for numbers? Let me think. I've always been a pleasure seeker. It could be my Taurus nature, but I've always been a pleasure seeker. It was never about, I can get more girls than this person right here. I want to be getting pleasure. That's where I want some pleasure. And I want some, then when I learned about the healing and manifesting, then I want some, like, I want healing. I want to manifest something. I know I got the energy to help somebody else manifest. So then you got the energy to help me heal. Let's work together. It don't have to be no lifetime contract. The lifetime contract one can happen, will happen, but it ain't with everybody. You ain't got no lifetime contract with everybody that you had sex with or have sex with. Okay, everybody's, what if you were a prostitute? Tiffany, what do you mean? What if you were a prostitute? I don't understand the question. So if I'm a past reflection and he is a potential, if I'm a past reflection and he is a potential relationship for me, are we mismatched? No, because y'all met for a reason. And it just could be on that area though. It could be on that area. I've had some amazing sex with somebody who was like my present reflection and we matched It was a present reflection. Sex was amazing. I told her it was amazing. She told me it was amazing. But her spiritual maturity was not where mine is at. And I can see that she had some she had some growing to do as far as her spiritual maturity and her relationships, because there was some things that I had experienced that she had not. But the sex was amazing. So it's not always, it's not the whole person. You can just be like, oh, you're my past reflection. Like, in what area? In what area? Somebody can beat my ass on the pool table. They my potential reflection, but they don't know shit about astrology. So now that made that same person my past reflection. In what area? Okay? Y'all don't want to dig down. Y'all go make too many broad statements. That's why I slow down and break it down. That's why I don't entertain the body count convo. Thank you, Ebony. What up, Cookie Castro? Team Scorpios, and the body counts are used to impress others depending on who they are. Or body counts are used to shame people, including yourself. Ro, you late. What you think, Ro? Does your body count affect, does it hurt or help your spiritual growth? Now let's all, since we've had the conversation, let's see. Let's see what people think. Does the number of sexual partners help or hurt your spiritual growth? Go. I'm going to type mine on here first. Does it help or hurt your spiritual growth? This is a real quick. Just put it on there. Help or hurt? Does the number of sexual partners that you've had in your whole life help or hurt your spiritual growth? What do you think? What have you been taught? I see some helps on here. I see a lot of helps. Somebody's going to say hurt sooner or later. It don't mean that you're wrong, but I just want to see what the conditioning is. Definitely helps. That energy may not last forever, but there's a lasting benefit. All right, Riddick. We must read the what? Blondell, don't put in just an incomplete sentence to leave me hanging. Mandy said it hurts. The number does not help or hurt. Ebony, why do you say that? Mandy, why do you say that? Tranisha said they helped me become who I am today. Blondell, why do you say none of the above? Help but may hurt before it helps. Gershom, I get that. Neither. Body count doesn't matter. Oh, so it doesn't help nor hurt. Okay, help. Wow, what I think is totally opposite of what I was taught. Me, I think it helps because I get to practice intimacy with another person. And through practicing intimacy is how I grow. Having a general, regular ass relationship with somebody, I got to tighten up on the Willy Bobo, but I don't really have to grow. I don't have to grow. I just have to tighten up on the Willy Bobo. But intimacy, I got to examine some things and see a person, because you're seeing like them naked. You're seeing them wild. Like, you ever had some wild sex with somebody and then be out in the streets with them or riding in the car and they're like, you just be like, Dad, was that you wilding last night? You know what I'm saying? So you get to see somebody intimately when you are having sex with them and they say, bust it wide open. You get to really see that, which helps you grow. It's supposed to help you grow. It's healing and manifesting. So that's how I feel it helps. Help or hurt is based on the person's perceptions. Ooh, the word game. They go Pentacles, don't want to make a choice. It's okay. Sean said, F the Willy Bobo. That's the mask. I was taught that it hurts, but I'm honestly not sure. Still learning. I like everybody's transparency on here. That's what I can appreciate. And for those of you who are watching the replay, If you on Facebook, make sure you share this. If you on YouTube, make sure you share this bad boy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It all depends on your sexual partners. Blondell, I disagree again. Nothing depends on nothing outside of me. I'm the center of my universe. I'm the center of, I have the last, I get the first, middle, and last call, whether I participate. God gave me free will. He gave the other person free will. I ain't manipulating somebody out there. Even people that's in a cult, they manipulate it because they choosing to give over their car. Like people who vote, you giving over your right to speak for yourself. You choose to give up your right to speak for yourself. I choose to speak for me. I choose to take it on the chin, take it on the forehead. I choose to be responsible. That's what God is. God is one who is responsible. And you can type that too. If you with that, you might want to take that note. God is one who is responsible. This is how you have intelligent conversations, because Blondell, he the big homie, but I don't got to agree with everything he say. He don't agree with everything I say. You know what I'm saying? He's at the center of his universe saying, pat out. That's what it do. I'm saying, yo, this is where I'm coming from. Because remember, I ain't trying to change you. I'm trying to get you to think. You might not even change your mind, but at least when you're having this conversation, you get to think. If they are a reflection that is still based on you, it's based on me. I'm not gonna attract somebody full of disease because I ain't full of disease. Somebody full of disease is going to have some characteristics that I'm going to be able to watch, see, observe, and sniff out. But I ain't walking around here with no paranoia just for the hell of paranoia. If my partners are, if I got a partner that's an energy vampire, I'm an energy vampire. Let me see what my brother Blondell thinks about that. A partner and then somebody moving around. There's tons of energy vampires, but I still choose whether I'm going to give you my energy or not. I get to choose whether I give you my energy or not, Mr. or Mrs. Energy Vampire. Because I can slay you too. I can avoid you, or I could cut your head off, or I could just give you my energy. Because just because you an energy vampire don't mean you unbeatable. Let an energy vampire run up on Chris Enlighten. See what happens. I wouldn't want an energy vampire to run up on you, Blondell. Because of your magical prowess, you're probably going to extinguish them. Energy vampires ain't trying to get killed. That's the victim and the villain thing. The energy vampire is the villain. They out here, but I can kill him too. I can kill an energy vampire just like I can give him my energy or her my energy. But the people who take on partners, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about life partners, sexual partners. I got to look at the karma too, because what was you doing? What was you doing to attract this person in the first place? Maybe it's your karma that an energy vampire get you. Hey, what you think? What y'all think? What you think about that, Blondell, Chris Enlightening? What you think about that? What did you do to attract the energy vampire? Think about what you did to attract one of your favorite teachers. Think about one of your favorite sexual experiences. Let's all take a big inhale. Think about this. Just reminisce for a second on one of your favorite sexual experiences. Now, that happened to you because you deserved it. Did you ever think that you did something to attract that sexually fulfilling experience? Some of y'all on here have had a threesome and it was enjoyable. Did you ever ask yourself, what did you do to attract a threesome that was good to you? What'd you do? Or does this thing happen to you and you don't even, and you're mindless about why these things happen? My experience was with the vampire during a time when I had no knowledge of who that or what they do. You would have to explain how that would be a reflection of myself. Yeah, you could be an energy vampire and not know it. Because they were an energy vampire don't always mean they're conscious of it. Just like a god, a person who operates with integrity might not call themselves a god or might not call themselves a master, but they're operating like a master or they're operating like a saint. But they may be unaware that they're operating like that. You may be the one operating like that. So we still making energy vampires the bad guy. An energy vampire is still a part of the program. Because the energy vampire is saying, thinking, I got to compete for energy. I got to compete for energy. Innocence attracted those experiences. No. Innocence attracted those experiences. Some of y'all must have y'all bandanas on and don't want to get on here and talk about this. Because hit the button so we can talk about it. Y'all can stop all this typing. Your subconscious desire to be drained attracted the person to drain you. Or you were a drainer yourself. You drain other people. You ever seen two people arguing about who's better, Kobe or LeBron? LeBron or Jordan? Those two people are energy vampires and they're trying to win. Please read the book Celestine Prophecy or watch the movie. The book is much better though. Celestine Prophecy will explain it to you. Got them by being willing to go to the other side. Okay. We are creators, so we create our demise. And we create our salvation too based on choice. We can create our salvation and we can create our demise. I don't know nobody that's done more self-sabotage than a brother. I also don't know nobody who's done more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I've done more salvation for me than anybody else. Malachi York, love him. Highest regards. Abby Ilias, highest regards. Sunyata Saraswati, highest regards. Mitchell Gibson, highest regards. But all of the salvation that got created was with the tools I got from them, but I had to use it. Same way when I learned how to hustle and was getting money. It was me who was creating my demise too. So once again, it goes back to the center. So when I think about the great sexual experiences that I've had, some kind of way I created them. Might not know how. So when the energy vampire came around, or the, what do you call that? Or the sinister person came around, some kind of way, I created that too. Or I manifested that too. Or I told the universe I was ready for that. Because I came here to grow. And if I don't have any challenges, see, some of y'all afraid to deal, some of y'all afraid to deal with, hey Carmen, how you doing, babes? Some of y'all afraid to deal with putting some weight on the bar, but you ain't gonna get no stronger like if I'm just curling this all the time. If I don't put no weight on it, this arm ain't gonna get stronger. I gotta add some more resistance to it. It's gotta get heavier. Or I gotta change the exercise. It's not gonna get it's not gonna get heavier. I mean, this arm ain't gonna get stronger because it's gonna get used. It's gonna get used to this. It's gonna develop a tolerance, and then that's gonna be that. Just like you can't get your 2nd degree black belt until you do 2nd degree black belt stuff. Most deserving sexual experience was a result of my willingness to abandon my restricted ideals about sex. Woo child. There you go. Blondell is 1000% right. We are gods with great abilities. But these great abilities, God don't be around here like, oh, that's good and that's bad. You can use your great ability to save yourself or kill yourself. Preach that challenge strengthens you. Yeah, these challenges strengthen you, man. Right. So that's why I say that my number of sexual partners, because all of them ain't been good. I said think about the wonderful ones, but then I said think about, I don't even want to dig up the ones that was like not good. And I ain't talking about like not good in the bedroom, but like after that, their mouth was crazy, or they was or they was being disrespectful, or yada yada yada. Some kind of way I created that too. Now all I want to have is top flight experiences. That's it. That's all I want to do. Lotus Love said, hurt and pain makes you stronger and wiser. Your troubles are lessons that make you grow. They don't make you grow, but they allow you the opportunity to grow. You still got a choice to like avoid opportunities to grow. You can still duck. You know what the definition of a fool? Fools duck when the truth is thrown at them. Fools duck when the truth is thrown at them. So sometimes you'll be in foolish behavior and then you can grow down. The tree grows down and the tree grows up. So I can, when I'm ducking the truth, I'm acting like roots of a tree. I want to be grounded. Lord, I need to be grounded. Yeah. Donald Freeman, I'm glad you stopped by too. I appreciate that. Did everybody share this video? Press 2 if you share. If you ain't shared this video yet, come on, man. Press 2 if you shared the video so the people who just got here. Also, did you introduce yourself? I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. If you just got here and ain't introduced yourself, I need an introduction and you need to press 2 to let me know you shared this video. Because somebody out here is sitting here worrying about the wrong thing. Now, this video is going to who you sleep with and are attracted to are a reflection of where you are in your own life. Lotus, I like that. I like that right there, what she just said. That's very interesting. Now, I had to set this conversation up. Thank y'all for sharing. I appreciate that. I had to set this conversation up because I'm trying to get Amina to come on so we can talk about women having multiple husbands. But a woman ain't gonna have multiple husbands if she can't even get past body count. What up, Danielle Malone? Kim Perry's in the building. Hey, Devlin, how you doing? Salt Lake City's in the building. Lotus Love says, I'm Lotus Love and I do many of things. Birmingham is in the building. First time viewing. We'll go back and check out the replay. We got tons. Hey, everybody let Ms. Walker know that this is just par for the course. Yes. I don't even know who invited you, but thank you. Whoever invited you, thank you. The preview. Why can't women have more than one husband? Because of the programming. See, even though we're talking about does body count hinder or help your spiritual growth, what about the shame? Where did the algorithm come from? Where did the algorithm come from that made you think that you can't do these that you can't do these things? That's the glitch in the matrix. And you can't destroy the matrix. You can only learn to navigate. I've been saying that forever. You cannot destroy the matrix. You can only navigate it. Team Aquarius in Baton Rouge. I see Brooklyn is in the house. You can't get the first husband. Who, hey, well, you know, see what it will, hey. It depends on what you're doing. Do you want to get the first husband? Ebony the alchemistress from New Orleans. Multiple husbands is the goal. See there? There you go. Donna says, I'm a first timer. Thank you. What up, Chantel? They can if it is with a suitable the purpose of their destiny. It all depends on each individual. Lotus, I like that. Lotus, you dropping it tonight. You ain't jumping on camera? You didn't want to get on here and talk about it? AKA Ibis Ishtar, 33, back in Philadelphia at the Fuse in the A. Chaos Magic, Empath. Okay. Can I get a husband? I don't have the patience for multiple. This is where I go into the astrology and your relationship strategy. This whole conversation is about self-discovery. So can I get hashtag self-discovery? I'm going to type it first. Hashtag self-discovery. Self-discovery. You got to have self-discovery before you can have self-mastery. Shanta, I tried to impress to some women friends that different times are important of not limiting themselves to just having sex with me. You know what I'm saying? But the algorithm is sometimes women will be like, well, if I'm having sex with him and he told me he was having sex with other women, once he has sex with me, I'm going to be able to change him and change his mind. Why try? Why try? Why don't you just have sex with him for the sake of having sex with him? And then when you don't want to have sex no more, don't have sex no more. But why is it such a... that the algorithm bug is that competition bug you women got. Woo! Some of you women, I'm sorry, because there's some women on here, y'all ain't got no... y'all don't have that challenge bug like that. Like, you don't care. The guy, if you're having... Oh, this is a good one. We can have a private chat on that. My words are not always my own. Oh, see, we trying to help some people out here. Let me ask this question right here. Ladies, fellas, y'all come in next because I kind of know how y'all going to answer. But let me ask the ladies first. Oh, man. If the man is honest with you that he's having sex with someone else, are you still going to have sex with him? Yes or no? Second question. That's a yes or no because the next one going to have a number. If the man is having sex with someone else and he told you he's having sex with someone else, are you still going to have sex with him? Yes or no? And you really want to have sex with him. You're really sexually attracted to him. The guys I encounter are super territorial. They believe that this is how they should be as men. Not granted. Now, granted, the guys I'm thinking about are Scorpios. Ebony, you probably are territorial in some way because they're part of your reflection. Now, ladies, do you sometimes not ask if he's having sex? If you've decided you're going to have sex with this guy, and do you sometimes decide, I'm not going to ask if he's having sex with anybody else? Or do you say, I am going to ask? So I want you to put not ask or am going to ask. Do you ask or not ask? If you've already made your mind up, and if you say not ask, that means you are like just giving that a pass. Like, I don't want to know, but I just want to be me. Okay, so wait a minute. Yes, I am what? Now, I want not ask. I want ask and not ask. Ask and not know and yes, we're on a different question. Ask and not ask. Read, what do you mean it depends? Molly says she's going to ask. Danielle's not asking. Stephanie, I don't know. We're on another question. Polly says she's going to ask. Nina says she usually doesn't ask. Tiffany's asking. Miss Green says depending on who it is. MJ says I ask. I don't ask because they normally tell me. All right, brothers, fellas, if you have made up your mind, look, they go Devlin, that's the one I want to know. I assume that they are. So Devlin, you saying you assume that they are and you're still going to have sex with them? You must be honest and decide that it is what's best for you. You don't have to lie, however, you have a choice. I think we should chat about it because your patterns affect me. I'm going to ask because we are coming together. My patterns, listen, your decision is going to affect you, not my pattern. Your decision affects you more than my pattern. My decision affects me more than your pattern. Nobody's pattern is stronger than my decision. Nobody's pattern is stronger than your decision. Lotus, I can't go with you on that one now. Chantel says she's asking. I see a lot of y'all says I'm asking. Ebony says she done made up her mind. I don't ask because he's already been honest about others, so after that I don't really check. I prefer transparency. I ask, don't mind telling. Brothers, Are you going to ask if she's having sex with another man? Or are you not going to ask? You've made up your mind that you're going to have sex with her. She's let you know that she is going to have sex with you. Are you going to pause and ask, is she having sex with someone else? Or are you going to move forward and go ahead and have sex? Are you asking or not asking? This for the fellas right here. This for the fellas. Let's see what the fellas say, ladies. Last year I had to decide if I was going to let my morals get in the way of something I wanted. I slept with him anyway. Then you grew spiritually. I don't know how many times I've said this. Can I get 3 or 4 of you ladies to write this? Sometimes you have to temporarily suspend your morals in order to grow. Sometimes you have to temporarily suspend your morality in order to grow spiritually. Legato says, nope. Sean said, nope. Reese says it depends on the level of the relation. We're talking about at the beginning. The relationship before sex is different than after sex. We're talking about first time, not second or third time that you done hit it. I'm talking about the first time. Tiffany, it's not Blondell. You using your pendulum? That's my man right there. Blondell, Blondell. I gotta go with Blondell too. Blondell says sometimes he pull his pendulum out. Gotta ask the pendulum. Blondell, I'm gonna have to start using that one. Yeah, cause you know, sometimes you know that blood flow down into my lower regions is the pendulum. You know what I'm saying? I'm swinging to the left, or I'm swinging to the right, or I'm swinging straight up. So I feel you, Blondell. Sometimes you have to temporarily suspend your morality to grow spiritually. Thank you. Peace to the God. Antoine is in the building. Temporarily suspend my morals to grow. That's temporarily, not all the time. That's exactly why I'm in that life. Morals are a real gray area. Blondell said all the time he got his pendulum out. Who else got pendulums out here beside me and Blondell? Press 8 if you got a pendulum. Press 8 if you got a pendulum. Press 18 if you got it on you. If you got a pendulum on you, press 18. If you own a pendulum, press 8. I'm just checking roll call right now. Seeing where my pendulum owner's at. Reddit said there's 2 sides of every coin. Every coin got you right. I just asked somebody the other day, you ever seen a coin with one side? Right. Karen said she got her pendulum on her. Tiffany got a pendulum on her. Sharice got a pendulum. Ooh, look at these pendulum owners out here. Vanessa says she got hers on her. Kandaka says she got one. Kandaka says she got that lifetime poom. She got her joint. Ebony got hers on her. And big shouts out to those who got their pendulum on you. Ooh. And put my pendulum back out. Shouts out to Blondell for just putting us on the pendulum game tonight. Man. Ooh, Denise said she got her pendulum on her. Karen said it sleeps with her. Blondell says use your body as a pendulum. Look, my joint started saying yes. As soon as it came out, you started hitting me with the yes. Yes. Boy, I see a lot of 18s. What y'all doing out here? Oh, I got more than one too. But I was just checking in to see where the pendulum game was at. Who don't got one? If you ain't got a pendulum, press 0. So 8 if you got a pendulum, 18 if you got one, and 0 if you ain't got a pendulum. If you on here and you ain't got a pendulum, guess what you need to do? Go get you one. And Google and YouTube videos. Tonight, pendulums help you make really good decisions. Pendulums read really good energy. Oh, yeah. They read energy really good. I didn't mean to say they read really good energy. Pendulums read energy very good. And pendulums will answer a question and skip past your... pendulums will skip past your own understanding. Right? Get one. Went shopping for one but didn't buy. Gang. Boy, you better get you a pendulum. What? Now I think it's Ask Your Pendulum or AskMyPendulum.com. is a website that has tons of them, but always go to the for sale section. If you get your first pendulum, I wouldn't start off with them $100 pendulums. Okay? Take your time, do it right. You can do it, young lady. Right. Right. Get you a, man, I'm telling you, this right here in the streets will help you. This what I use mine at Trader Joe's. What? If I'm in Trader Joe's or the grocery store, all that hype about what Dr. Sebi did, this way better than Dr. Sebi and even Dr. Nardi. What my pendulum says for me, not my opinion, because your parasites will say one thing and your pendulum will say something else. Spirit took them from me a long time ago because I have something else. But I teach and make them still for my spiritual students. Oh, now I know some people who are past pendulums and their body is a pendulum. I've seen them. Seen them sitting there rocking and waving and all of that. Yeah. They skip past your feelings. Yeah, because you've been in your feelings too much. So look, family, I'm super, super happy. Lotus Love, since I teach people. It's some of y'all fabulous folks out here that came on here. I don't know if I've seen y'all before, but y'all are commenting about this subject tonight like y'all really know about it. Somebody was supposed to remind me at 19 minutes, was only supposed to be on here for 20 minutes. So we finna get up out of here. But, oh no, wait a minute. What was the biggest thing that y'all took away from this conversation tonight? What was the biggest thing that you took away from this conversation tonight that you can use immediately in your life? What's the biggest thing that you took away from this conversation tonight? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how was the share? If it was a 10, that means coach keep on bringing that heat, 9, 8, 7. If it was 1, 2, 3, that means just coach shut up, don't talk no more. As you face your potential sexual mate, ask your body and you will get your answers. Now, Brother Blondell, does that mean that for me, like if my penis is not getting hard, that's my pendulum too. Oh no. If I ain't standing up to attention, I don't gotta go to this right here. No. Won't be me, baby. Oops. It's some wonderful people can connect to, be open to grow and learn people. This is what I see. May need to get my body count up. Great share. 8. Sex is for healing and manifesting. 8 hours late. Please go and back to the beginning and check out the replay. Having sex with a person for 6 months will need 3 years for that cord to be cut or broken. If you do it naturally, Vanessa, you can still do a cord cutting ritual and cut it off like on the 7th month. You can do a cord cutting ritual, but without a cord cutting ritual, then it's going to be 3 years of that cord. So for those of you who came in late, just because you had sex with somebody and your energies and fluids was mixing in the moment does not mean your souls are linked forever and ever. That's that bullshit. Okay? And the cord is spiritual, emotional, and mental. Spiritual, emotional, and mental. They be on your head. They be in your spirit. They be in your heart. That's what 6 months lasts 3 years. That's for those of you who came in late. Pendulum will tell you what your parasites want. Absolutely. I got to watch a replay. Lessons and discussions are 10 for me always. Thank you, Karen. Your reflection can be past, present, or potential. Facts. My decision, not my partner's patterns. Thank you, Vicky. All day. Temporarily suspend my morals to grow spiritually. That's right, Laquita. Interested in astrology as it relates to sexology. Oh, Esme, that's for sure certain. That wasn't tonight's topic, but yeah, you can holler at me in the inbox and we can set up a session if you need to. True power, freedom, and choice. Always act in accordance to your utmost benefit. Connect with who you are truly and do what feels right. Riddick, go. Come on, Riddick. Come on, Riddick. Protecting your energy as a young person. What's that mean, Esme? I don't understand. Body count doesn't matter. Sex is for healing and manifesting. Good. Listen to your body. It tells you what's what. My yoni tells me exactly what she wants. Okay, this is good. How many of y'all have ever, how many of you ladies have ever overridden your yoni? Your yoni said, I want that. And you told your yoni no, and you didn't go do it. Ladies, if you ever did that, press 5. Press 0 if you've never done that. Press 0 if your yoni said, I want that, and you went over there and got it. Press 0 because you never stopped your yoni from doing that. But how many of you have vetoed? Yeah, you can put in veto. Have you ever vetoed the yoni? Because Lotus Love says, my yoni tells me exactly what she wants. But do you go do that? Do you carry through with it, Lotus? That's a good point. Oh, my God, that's good. Ooh. I need to do some cord cutting. I would. 3 times you have to. Yep. Thank you, Dominique. E, what up? Hey, Shantae. Josh, there's a sacred lady work that we can do through healing. It takes work, earth, meditation, touches with a releasing 3-chord cutting, and coming with knowledge of self can heal you. Oh, y'all always go get it when the yoni. So you press 0. That means you've never vetoed the yoni. The yoni said, I want that, and you went and got it. So I got a couple of zeros on here. Cherie says, I vetoed many times over. Why? Sharice, why? Shantae, why? Ebony says 0, but she's particular. Nick, Vicky, you vetoed? Ebony, you vetoed? What? What? Chantel, you vetoed? What? Carmen said no veto. Stephanie, you vetoed? What? Why was y'all vetoing? Only because I didn't want to wait for what she wanted. No. I'm talking about in the moment. I ain't talking about she wanted him, he was on TV. I'm talking about you wanted him and he was accessible. And then you turn around and vetoed the yoni. I done vetoed my ding-a-ling for sure. I'd be like, bruh. It come in cause we have a discussion. For me, head and head got to be on the same accord. Head and head got to be on the same accord. Cause my dick ain't got no ears to listen to her mouth. But I got ears up here. So it ain't going to be just got to be pleasing for him down there. It's got to be pleasing up here. Man, I'm telling you, I can't handle that mouth talking crazy. That's just, I ain't with that, man, because that's the one thing a man can't defend. Oh, man. You should always use your angels to intervene when you get into a challenging spot. Thank you, Blondale. Relationships are now preventing the dip back. It wasn't right. Veto because sexual attraction can be kryptonite when you don't have a discernment in spiritual awareness or mastery. Yeah, but you missed the opportunity to grow. Not that, hey, if you was on a fast or you was like on a self-imposed abstinence or, what do you call that? Celibacy, then I'm feeling you. I'm talking about you wasn't being abstinent, you wasn't on no celibacy, and you wasn't like on no fast or no spiritual fast or nothing like that. Like you were sexually active, seen that, and then you vetoed it. Why'd you do that? You vetoed because you didn't want him, but your yoni wanted him. How you know it wasn't in your best interest? She speaks out loud. Now listen, we make a contract. Me and my womb are one. I'm clear as my womb verse language. So if she wants it, I'm into it interjectly, and we then decide. Once, now I regret it. See, Stephanie coming with it. Stephanie said, hey, we are programmed to regard lust as a sin. That heat is energy. Our bodies are also barometers. Riddick, you coming through with the woo tonight, son. Salute. The one thing a man can't defend. I ain't tell y'all that. The one thing a man ain't got no defense against is y'all mouth. It's only February. How can that be the quote of the year? Yeah, my dick ain't got no ears. But up here, this head got ears attached to it. Absolutely. That's why I got to have a mental connection, head to head, and be like, hold up, player. Hold up. I know, hey, I'm going to have to do better for you. This mouth going to have to go out there and do better to find some place where you can go get warm at or get snug in. But I can't, we can't do this. I done that. Blondell, I know you ain't laughing. He is laughing. I also listen when she says no sex for years. I do. It's the oldest part of us. It's not into your womb. You're not, huh? I also listen when she says no sex for years. I do. It's the oldest part of us. If you're not into with your womb, you're not in tune with your creation. I did a show, Lotus, if you remind me, about the downside of sexual starvation. And we all, and it's a mental thing. It ain't often the womb saying that. Sometimes we'll get a message and say it came from an angel. Sometimes we'll get a message and say it came from my finger. Sometimes we'll get we try to be an expert and say this message came from this place, and then we'll use who we are or something. The planet Mercury told me that such and such. So since I'm an astrologer, everybody think I got this relationship with Mercury. Or my dick told me such and such. I'm a man, I got this kind of connection. Nobody is immune from getting a false positive message from an entity that's posing out here. Yeah. That's me. So I don't I'm just saying scientifically that particular piece of the going without sex for years, to me that's unhealthy, because we came here to procreate. And when you tell your body don't do what is coming natural, when you start vetoing your body, you start vetoing your life force. So when you vetoing the yoni, vetoing like continually, I ain't talking now one or twice, okay, we got a little disagreement, but we're gonna go. But continually vetoing your sexual organs, it's the oldest part of you, but it's here to heal and manifest. So if you ain't having sex, what kind of manifesting are you doing? And you're telling your body, you're sending that program to be like, hey, we don't need that. Right, my pussy is not always an actual guide. Yeah, I ain't got no, listen, I don't think I got, now, my gut probably, I'm trying to get it into my gut. Above the sex, below the heart. So it's got that energy right there in the middle. I'm trying to get in my gut versus the heart and versus my sexual organs. If I can make more decisions in my gut, I'm gonna be all right. You and your husband had a serious debate about that. I don't know why none of y'all don't want to come on here and talk about these things. Y'all just want to keep typing, huh? Cherie says, nah, she can be tripping sometimes. Facts. Yeah. Oh, Clint Eastman, it is a pleasure for you to be on, brother. Hey, I look forward to taking your class. Any of y'all interested in trading, forex, stocks, things like that? That brother EC Eastman that just came up here. I was just talking to Derek Kelly about you earlier today, brother. I'm just, hey, maybe that was an accident or whatever, but if you on here, big salute to you, sir. A lot of respect. We exist because of sex. Enough said. I can admit I was using sex to fill voids or undiscovered parts within myself. When I went celibate, it was difficult, but needed for a while. If you got the goal, I had to invoke temperance and apply my growth in those 3 reflections. Go ahead, Riddick. When we're dehydrated, we receive false positive answers. Ooh, Blondell with the Steph Curry from half court. Bam! When we're dehydrated, we receive false positive answers. Whoa. Whoa. Let me put a heart on that. Did y'all hear that? The gut is really discerning. I am aware of it. It's not mental for me. We should have orgasms. It is good for the body. So if it's time to not have sex, it's time to not. But the orgasm is important. So you must still do that. Lotus is riding the line. Okay, honey. What up, Camille from Phoenix? All right. Yeah. Tonight was a good one. We went over 20 minutes. Sean and Blondell and Tiffany And Lotus, is y'all's fault. It wasn't supposed to go over 10 minutes or 20 minutes, but it's okay. We're getting it done. I definitely appreciate y'all. For those who are trading, this came in the day for me. Beginner's Guide to Day Trading Online. I think I'm going to go lay up in the bed and read till I fall asleep on this one right here. Can I get me about 20 pages in? What are you playing tonight? Same thing we playing every night. Them good music. So I have a speaker that has a thumb drive in it that plays an assortment of spiritually enhancing tunes or melodies or music that creates an aura inside and outside of my house, right? So it's like deodorant for the spirit. You can call it spiritual deodorant. So the Miracle Prayers on there. I have a song for Venus on there. I have several things on there. If you go over to tybro.com and go to audio downloads, probably I have 80% of what's over there. Okay? Yes. And if it costs $10, I definitely have it. If it costs $10 or $20, I have it, and it's probably playing around the house, so I can always keep that in the background playing. Because I want to stay at peace. Relaxation is the key. So I'm always going to be playing something like that in the back. You can't always be burning incense. When the incense goes out, when the sage goes out, the sinister energy comes back in. So the sinister energy don't really like coming up in here because it's too pleasant. It's pleasant up in this joint. Dominique says, I cannot just give this out no matter what. Dominique, you just got here. I think you missed the whole point when you say that. Please, Dominique, go back and watch from the beginning. You can ask anybody on here that is not what we talking about, just having sex with anybody. So if you come on and you just got here in the last 3 minutes and you are trying to think or want to come on and say, I just can't give up the coochie to everybody, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, Dominique, that ain't what we're talking about. But if you go back and watch the beginning, the first 10 minutes, we're going to cover the whole thing. Kennedy Love is in the building. What up? Or it definitely changes the energy in the house. Certainly. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming out. I found y'all in peace. I'm going to leave y'all in prayer. Yes, I am your spiritual pharmacist. I'm also your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer. If you need to get a consultation or you need to get a prescription script written by your boy, just go to CoachKAstrology.info and we're going to get it on. If you need a specialized script or something that you don't see on my website, just inbox me. We'll set up a time to get on the phone, 5-10 minutes, talk about what you need. I'll see, can I help you? Or if I can't, I know who can help you. Lotus says, I love sound. I love when I get to do sound healing on clients. I lay the body on the table and I play bowls, the didgeridoo, and chant and do energy healings on the soul with songs, and it cleans up things. Right. I love sound. Exactly. Some tuning forks. Yeah, the bowls. That's what I'm looking for. E, appreciate that. You want me to call you after I get off of here? You got time to talk to me? Gigi. Need to holler at my man. Catch up with him. Dana, what up? Salute. All right, fam. I appreciate y'all. If this is your first time coming to check me, also I have a free course called Coach K Class for writing your goals. Please, please, please learn how to write your goals. Right? Changing your mindset has a lot to do. Writing your goals has a lot to do with changing your mindset, because you could think you want to change something, but you don't have it written down. And you could have a goal for 28 days to be like, yo, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm changing my mind about the attitudes that I have towards sex. It makes me feel so wonderful that I attract the right type of sexual partners for me at all times that are healthy and love me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know how to write a goal like that? Off the dome? So, yes. Thank you, Tiffany. Coach K Class. What up, Melissa? CoachKClass.com. You are so welcome. Muzetta, I thought I sent you a text message. What happened? Why you ain't reply? I sent you a text. I sent you an email and a text, Miss Muzetta Garcia. Yes, you got a very interesting name. I got your phone number right in there. You filled out something, said you wanted an appointment, then I sent you a text message and an email, and you ain't get back to me. What's up with that? Yes. Miss Sharon Shaw, what it do? When did you reply? Did you reply? I just ain't called you yet. Was I supposed to call you tonight? Oh, well, since you up, guess what's getting ready to happen? Right. Finna get called. Musette. CoachKClass.com. Please, it's free. It's free. Some people be like, do you have a discount? Yeah, I got a free course on how to write goals. Go over there. You let me know how much it's worth. All right. Coach K Class. Musette. All right. I gotta go talk to Musette. See if I can help her out. Oh, Lotus Love on the inbox. Let's get it popping. Anna Bacoa, Gijala Kiminka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Nagibor, Doshe Yakadeka, Kabava Shamra, Barkham Talam Rakame, Taziga Taker, Tamid Gamla, Kasim Kadosh, Bararu, Tufka, Nahela Taker, Yakit Gehe, Lamchapanez, or Craig Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Dazakatanu, Yodea Talamot, Borok Shem, Kovo Makuto, Alam Vaed. Peace. Amir, what up, Lord? The Crypto King is in the building. Hey, Francesca. Mooney, you gotta check it from the top. So all I can tell you, you missed a good. I ain't gonna say you missed a good one, but take it from the top. You know how we out here weaving in this matrix, baby. Peace to the God. GGG. Hey, Candace. Southern California's all the way in the building. Them elephants. Can't do nothing without them. Hey, we got to catch up, Amir. It's been a long time since we've been on this crypto journey. Jokers think we done forgot. They think Bitcoin is dead, but it ain't. It ain't no crypto dead. Believe that. They had to scare the suckers out. Boy, y'all so nice at the end. God night. Poopa. I'm doing my best, brother. Hey, Georgia Peach. What it do? Alright. Salute them, holler at y'all. Peace. Yeah. You, right, the Crypto King. We definitely have to catch up. Right. Alright, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.